Assalamualaikum and hi. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am Nurain binti Razali with matrix number AN 2009. For this video, I would like to introduce my title and give more explanation on my final year project too. My supervisor is Technologist Dr. Isham bin Razali. Optimization of a menthol hydrogel derived from polyvinyl alcohol or PVA and polyacrylic PAA via crosslinking method as a cooling patch is my title for final year project. Abstract. Extreme temperature, especially warmer climate, has created a rapid rises in heat gain due to human exposed to hotter weather than average conditions. This will compromise the body's ability to regulate temperature, cause illness like fever. Thus, to overcome this situation, the study on hydrogel cooling patch with menthol as a cooling sensation had been analyzed. The research begins with a comprehensive review of hydrogel materials, its properties, and its application in emphasizing the cooling potential. Hydrogen sample has been prepared via cross-linking method of PVA-PA by covalent bond. Characterization studies mechanical properties of swelling behavior, water absorption, and lastly viscosity of hydrogen. For this study, there are three problem statements that have been highlighted. First problem is lower viscosity of hydrogel lead to reducing adhesiveness of hydrogel. Second problem is it does not achieve permeability for good result of attachment capabilities by influencing the flow of molecules, nutrients, and other substances through its structure. The last problem is limitation of cooling effect in hydrogel cooling patch. Based on the research, the already cooling patch takes time to become cooler when applied onto the skin. Three main objectives for this study are preparation of PVA-PA hydrogel via cross-linking method. Next, optimization of prepared hydrogel via response surface method RSM for good viscosity and also for good water absorption. Last objective is to evaluate prepared hydrogel with incorporation of menthol as a cooling agent for this cooling patch. Next is the literature review. For the literature review, based on my study, I found that patch is one of the cosmeceutical industry application. Cosmeceutical is a product that combines cosmetic and pharmaceutical that was introduced by dermatologist Dr. Albert Kleeman in 1984. Nowadays, patches have gained popularity as an innovative and targeted delivery system for various skincare. For example, products that have been sold in drugstore, which is eye patch with function of diminishing dark circle and reduce puffiness for the eyes. In the market, there are two types of patches, which are transdermal patch, where medications penetrate through the skin and enter the blood and also affect the system, while dermal patch deliver drugs in appropriate quantities to specific location on skin surface. What I'm going to talk in literature review is hydrogel patch as dermal patch application. Formulation of hydrogel from synthetic polymers such as polyethylene glycol (PEG), polyacrylic acid (PAA), polyvinyl alcohol (PVA), and polyethylene oxide (PO) have gained significant attention in various fields due to tunable properties and potential applications. Hydrogel formulated from polyelectrolytes by cross-linking oppositely charged polymer chains have gained attention due to responsiveness to pH and also ionic strength. These two methods have produced many products in medicinal applications such as wound healing, tissue engineering, and also drug delivery. Hydrogel for this study is one of the dermal patch application as it may transfer active substance straight to the skin surface or deeper layer. Next is menthol as a cooling agent. First of all, menthol is known as a cyclic monoterpene alcohol that possesses cooling characteristics when applied to the skin and give a minty smell when it inhaled. There are three cooling agents or essential oil that has been used for this study. First, I use peppermint, it is a traditionally employed as an antiseptically or as a flavoring ingredient in the cosmetic and medicine industry. The effectiveness of peppermint as the cooling agent in hydrogel cooling patch can be labeled as a natural product. Next, I use aloe vera essential, which it is a rich source of bioactive compound that used in alternative medicine. It has soothing and hydrating effect that can describe as a cooling. Lastly is cucumber essential, which is cucumber has high water content. Its extract and can possess several bioactive compounds that provide soothing properties also. The cooling sensation in cucumber is due to its moisturizing and soothing properties. The last point what I'm going to talk in my literature review is silicone hydrogel. It is a type material used in contact lens and various medical applications due to its oxygen permeability and also comfort when used it. It combines the comforting and water-loving qualities of hydrogel with high oxygen permeability. Because of its biocompatibility and ability to promote tissue regeneration and cell proliferation, silicone dressings are used to prevent infections and provide a moist environment that promotes wound healing. So for this project, silicone were used as a material to make outer layer of the hydrogel and also adhesive film for the hydrogel cooling patch. I'm gonna talk about methodology for this study. Okay, first step is preparation of hydrogel consisting PVA and PAA via cross-linking. There are 17 samples of hydrogel were prepared with different of percentage PVA, mixing temperature and mixing time according to the design of experiment. So I choose 0.7 gram of PVA that mixed with 0.3 gram of PAA in 50 milliliter of distilled water with its mixing temperature and also the mixing time. And after the mixing time has been finished, add 1.2 gram of HPMC, which is hydroxyl propylene methacellulose, using hot plate stirrer. Second step is after all the 70 samples has been prepared, then I optimize the prepared sample by RSF by means of DOE. Okay, first I did is viscosity test. Okay, by following the method modified from ASTM D3835, the hydrogel sample viscosity test was measured using a rheometer. Next is swelling test. The hydrogel was sweat first, which is the initial mass of the hydrogel. Then the sample of hydrogel was soaked into the distilled water. The sample will unwrap from the water by using filter paper. And lastly, I weigh the final mass of the hydrogel. So I calculate the percentage of swelling by formula of final mass minus initial mass per initial mass times 100%. Is hydrophilic and hydrophobic test. By following the method modified from ASTM D5946, the sample of hydrogel was prepared onto the glass slide. Then the glass slide was placed at the base of the contact angle machine. A droplet of water was dropped onto the hydrogel sample. After a few seconds, the picture of the droplet of water onto sample was captured. Step in the methodology is the preparation of hydrogel cooling patch. Okay, first I did is preparation of menthol. 40 drops of cucumber essential and 40 drops of aloe vera essential were diluted first separately with 60 ml of distilled water, and then 1 ml of peppermint essential was mixed with 0.5 gram of polyethylene glycol in a beaker. Then 5 ml of diluted cucumber essential and also 15 ml of diluted aloe vera essential and peppermint were then mixed with a glass fruit in a big cup. Next is preparation of silicone film. 20% of total electrolyte for part A and also part B was diluted in 80% of hectane using a hot plate stirrer and also mixed under the temperature of 80 degrees Celsius. After the solution was well mixed, it was poured onto a glass plate to make a film with a size of 100 micrometer for the film using a film applicator. After that, the silicone film was cured in a drying oven of 100 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes. This is for the outer layer. For the preparation of adhesive layer, it's the same procedure as outer layer, but I add 10 pHr of snail mochi into the silicone and also hectane. And also the cure temperature is 90 degrees Celsius for 10 to 15 minutes in the drying oven. For result and discussion, I will start first with viscosity test. As we can see from the figure, a graph of viscosity versus shear rate for the 70 samples that have been prepared. So the graph shows a flow curve that describes rheological behavior, which is viscosity of the hydrogel on the applied shear rate. So the first used for this test is the shear rate, and the slope form with the increasing of the shear rate while the viscosity is decreasing. Length for 17% of PVA have shown stable trend where shear rate increase when the viscosity is decreased, while 50% of PVA have shown unstable line for 140 degrees C and 45 minutes. We conclude that viscosity increase with PVA content increase and the maximum viscosity obtained when PVA or PVA ratio was 70-30. Next is water absorbent via swelling test. Okay, first of all, look at the result for the swelling behavior of the hydrogel before and after soak in distilled water for 1 hour. So for this test, I want to measure the swelling behavior of the hydrogel. So when the hydrogel swell, it is known as hydrophilic. It indicates that the hydrogel can absorb the water. So how this happen? It happen because water molecules initially join with the hydroxyl group to form hydrogen bonds. So numerous water molecules disperse throughout the hydrogel. So the internal and external osmotic pressure equal, make the volume stabilize. So at that point, can measure the final weight and also the percentage of swelling using formula that I mentioned before. For the figure on the left, which is graph of the percentage of the swelling, can be see that the sample 7 has the highest percentage of swelling, which is 10.8%, while sample 4 has the lowest percentage of swelling, which is 0.2%. The percentage of swelling depends on the concentration of the PVA hydrogel. So when the concentration of PVA hydrogel is increased, so more physical joints. So it causes distance become shortened and also size of the hole decrease. So this can improve the water absorption. Next is hydrophilicity and hydrophobicity test using contact angle measurement. So for the figure on the right, the angle is 33.10 degree for PVA of concentration is 70%, while for the left, angle is 28.60 degree for PVA concentration of 50%. So water capture angle is a method used to measure wettability property of a solid surface. For this case is hydrogel. So can be concluded that Bose angle is under 90 degree, known as hydrophilic. Hydrogel classified as hydrophilic due to its ability to attract, absorb, retain water within their structure. And how the contact angle can be measured is due to hydroxyl group in the hydrogel have an affinity for water molecules and form hydrogen bonds with the water. This result for Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy. For this test, I want to measure the functional group in the menthol. So theoretically, menthol contains hydroxyl, OH, isopropyl, methyl, CH3 and also CO bond functional group. So based on the graph, at the wave number around 3200 to 3600 per centimeter represent OH group broadband due to OH stretching vibration. So indicate the presence of the hydrogen bond with value of isobond was 0.15 AU. So at the peak 2800 to 2950 per centimeter corresponding to the CH3 stretching vibration occur. So this band represents the stretching vibration of carbon-hydrogen bond in the methyl groups present in the organic molecule. And lastly, at the peak of 1385 per centimeter, show CO stretching vibration appear in the FTIR spectrum. So this vibration represents the stretching motion of the CO bond in the hydroxyl group. Last but not least is sensory evaluation test. So for this test, I did survey of 50 respondents of students in UTSM Pago. So there are 3 samples that have been measured its characteristic and also the appearance. The 3 samples are sample 1, which has no hydrogel, only has adhesive filler and also outer layer. Sample 2 contain hydrogel with menthol, and lastly sample 3 is the commercial one, which I used fever. As we can see on the table, it can be concluded that on average, hydrogel sample give cooling effect. The cooling effect is between moderately cool and cool, which is not far from the commercial one. So for the peeling effect, each sample has moderate effect of peeling the plant. Lastly, for the conclusion, the finding of this study have shown the effectiveness of peppermint as the cooling agent for the development of hydrogen cooling patch. According to the findings of this study, it was proven to completely achieve the objective stated. The used product can be labeled as a natural product since the cooling agent used is from nature compared to typical cooling patch on the market, which usually use chemically synthesized menthol as the cooling agent in the cooling patch. Besides, the preparation of PVA, PA hydrogel with different percentage of PVA via Crosslinking Method was successful. 17 samples were then characterized by its good permeability and good viscosity and was optimized the best sample via RSM. The preparation of the silicone as outer layer in hydrogel cooling patch had been done successfully also. That's all from me. Thank you.